Mic check. Oh, see, I turned it down last time. Now this one's too quiet. Okay, how about now? Still kind of quiet. How's this? That's okay. Let me check YouTube. Okay, trying again. Okay, trying mic 2. It's much better. I think I broke mic 1. Sorry, James. Well, I didn't break it, but for whatever reason, it's much quieter, even with the sound turned back up. Okay, I think I got it fixed. Sorry if there's an echo for a second. Okay, so sorry for the late start today, guys. If you guys can see, I see that one of our lovely Dunrovin distant family members has moved the camera for me. Thank you. I believe that was I Love. Appreciate you. So you can see I've put some ground poles in the round pen. Oops. Oh, I'm hearing myself on YouTube. Sorry about that. That's how I check. I check to make sure I can hear it through the broadcasting software, and then I also go to check on YouTube to make sure that the stream is working properly and sound is all good. So you can see, got the round pen set up. Took a few extra minutes, and also I wanted to clear the poopies out. I missed one. Sorry, you can see it right there. It's probably frozen into that puddle anyways. I also broke up the ice in the arena. It's supposed to get warm today. It'll melt pretty quick, so I don't want to put salt down or anything, so I just kind of went out and chipped it with a shovel. So to those of you who are new that are watching, I'd probably not on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are kind of a lower live viewership, but that's okay. I still love you all, and I still got a job to do, so I'm going to do it, and I'm going to tell you how I'm doing it. Today on Ellie's Equine Education, we're going to call it Ellie's Equine Evolving Education and Exercises at this point, because, I keep getting different input from both Suzanne and our new wrangler, Maddie, on, steps to help the babies stay engaged and help them learn more. One thing is we're going to keep up with the 7 games, including game 0, patience game, but today we probably won't have much time for patience game since I've only got about an hour. So it's going to be kind of a couple quick session or lessons. The littles are out right now. The littles are what we combined call the donkeys and ponies. I kind of want them out as a distraction, so I'm going to do everything inside the round pen, and I'm not too worried about the littles getting kicked by either Jax or Lucy tied up for patience game. Today we're going to start with mystery. We have to do a stretches anyways, and going over ground poles is part of them. So now that they have them in the arena, I'm going to just do games 1, 2, and a couple laps in the round pen with mystery since he's already going to be out. It'll save some time so that we can spend more time with the babies. Jax and Lucy both came a really long way on Sunday. I was very proud of them. Jax particularly, one of his, you know, we've all got our little quirks and faults and stuff, but one of his that he does, bad habits that he has, is when you go to tie him up and untie him, he tries to nibble on you. But after our session on Sunday, he actually turned and rested his muzzle against me, but didn't try to use his lips or his teeth to nibble at me at all. So I praised him a lot for that. It was a really nice breakthrough. He just kind of leaned against me and was comforted by my presence, which is exactly what we want. We don't want them grabbing at our clothing. We don't want them grabbing at our hands, either with their lips or their teeth. Usually lips wind up being teeth if they can't quite grab it with their lips, you know, and we really don't want our horses to be biting. So it was a really, really fun progress moment that we had. Lucy did amazing too. A+ work on everything we worked on. No, she sometimes will try to push boundaries. She didn't do that at all. So I've got everything all set up, I believe. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to start with mystery. I'll bring him in and we'll do his stretches in the round pen. And I'm going to hold off on the carrot stretches that involve treats until after I've made him do a couple laps both ways. Make sure that the ground poles are the right distance. They're supposed to be between 1 and 1.4 meters apart, but I've never put them in a round pen particularly. So I just want to make sure that they're not like, obviously we don't want them to be a tripping hazard, but they should only be a tripping hazard to a horse if they're not paying attention to their feet. And we want them to be doing that. It's very important. So I will head out there in just a moment and I will get started. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. One funny thing about our ranch that any of you long-term viewers will know, but some of the newbies might not, is that our donkeys are Houdinis, and they are quite adept at opening the latches on gates like this. That's why we have 2 pairs of latches on every gate, and I didn't do the second one because I thought to myself, why would they even want to go in here? There's nothing in here for them, but they are currently chewing on the ground poles. Love that for them. So I'm going to chase them out. It was the one place I was like, oh, they can stay out because they don't need to be in there. Don't think about it, Lewis. Babies, come on. What are you doing? You got to get out. Come on. Out. Yes. Don't eat our ground poles. We need those. All right. So I'm actually going to grab the babies first so they can be tied up while I work with mystery. Work on a little bit of patience game, even though we don't have much time today. So totally forgot I was going to ask for a bigger halter for Jax. We've been using Jasper's on him because it's our large horse size one, but Jax is part draft horse, so he's going to need a draft horse halter. Anyways, I think I'll be out of range of the transmitter for the mic and I'm going through a bunch of clinky clanky gates. So I'm going to mute myself for a second. I'll be right back. I don't know if the camera's pointed for you guys to be able to see, but Miss Gertie tried to come through the gate with me when I went to get Jax. I had to run back and latch it, despite only going through for mere moments, and there being absolutely nothing on the other side that the donkeys would like, other than maybe a little bit of bullying from the larger horses. Yeah, Jax, you're going maybe second or third today, okay, bud? You did Lucy first last time. So here's Gentleman Jax. Let's see if he repeats his good boy behavior from last time without nibbling on me. He did! Oh my goodness, what a big... I don't know if you guys can see. But, I'm 5'7". Jax is... we measured him a couple years ago at 17.1. He's probably 17.3 now. Horses are measured in hands. Presumably, I always assumed, maybe it's an old wives' tale that I've been told, that cowboys just didn't want to have to put their foot up to measure a horse, so they used their hands. But a hand is 4 inches, and we still use that. And then for, 17.1 would be 17 hands, so 4 times 17 inches high. And then the 0.1 would be the 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 or 4. Okay, some more gate clanging noises coming up. So an interesting thing about herd dynamics is with Jax, Now that these two aren't babies anymore, the herd is starting to treat them more like they would another herd member, meaning enforcing pecking order and boundaries and such. When I first started a couple years ago, I don't know anymore. The herd absolutely babied these guys, and I mean it. Like, they could walk up and eat anybody's food, and the whole herd would be fine with it. But now that they're about horse-sized, like a girl, I know you're gonna go second today. She's like, no, I hate Patience game. It's my least favorite. Now that they're older, the herd is starting to treat them more like other horses, meaning that they will enforce boundaries. And with Monty and Whiskey, who are very high in the herd pecking order right up front there, it meant that for Jax, who hasn't wound up very low in the pecking order, I could walk him right by those two without worries, because he's gigantic and the other horses seem to respect his size, if nothing else. But with Miss Lucy, she is not as fierce as her stepmama, Lady Lonza, in defending her space. So she's wound up pretty low to the bottom on the pecking order, so she will be less willing to want to walk past horses that are high, like Monty and Whiskey. So I had to chase them away from the gate, essentially. Okay, now for Mystery. I don't know if you guys can hear me this far away. Mystery can be a little hard to catch. Some horses are just kind of like that. And if I had time, I would be making it harder to not be caught. Just kind of how you train that. But hi, buddy. He's been good today. Mystery here, one of our guide horses. He is about middle of the pack, maybe a little on the lower side. However, Monty and Whiskey are used to, since Mystery's a guide, having to listen to the human attached to the Mystery and respecting that. So not as big of a problem to walk Mystery past those two. All right, we're gonna go into the round pen. Like I said, we're gonna do the stretches last. And I remember now that I need to double latch this. Keep the donkeys out. Good boy, Mystery. So handsome. Yeah. I don't know that he's gonna let me do some of these exercises at Liberty, which is being unclipped. But I'm gonna try, because it's always good for them to work with them completely free. I find that it shows a lot of respect between the horse and the person, both between me giving him the respect of saying, hey, if you don't like this, you can move away today. Not always, because some of us don't like doing our physical therapy, and that's fair. But then also him giving me the respect of giving me attention despite me doing things that he might not want to. So we're just going to try it first. He does need to do these exercises either way. So if he doesn't let me, I will clip him back up. You're doing great, bud. It's like, where are the treats? Where are the treats, Ellie? Yeah, where are the treats? Mystery, you got work from today. Yeah. Yes. Well, you always do a little bit, but the stretches are relatively easy. A lot of horses, especially high-strung, antsy, anxious horses. Well, I wouldn't call Mystery high-strung, but he's certainly a nervous Nelly. He, in particular, great job, buddy. Very good boy. He, in particular, is very anxious, and I have a feeling that the second I ask him to move in the round pen, he might want to go start trotting. or gaiting, depending on what he's more comfortable with. So I would rather stretch him first, so these all stretch out for that. Good boy. You get a split. So I don't think we have anyone new tuned in right now, but if you are, these are prescribed by our veterinarian, who is a chiropractor, for exercises, both for stretching and strengthening purposes, because Mystery had a bad back. Good boy. At the end of the season, we are also a guest ranch, so we take out trail rides. Good boy. I love doing this at Liberty, because Mystery is choosing to stand here right now. He does not have to. Like, I understand he's technically trapped in a round pen, but he could have walked away from me this whole time. And I am convinced a bit that he might try to when I do some of the ones he don't like, but we'll see. Can you put your weight back for me? Good boy. All right, good job. Yeah, it's the tail pull one. Please don't kick me. You can relax out. Very good. So he's leaning into this. Does that feel good? Good boy. I was also watching a video from a veterinarian that specifically works with Tennessee walkers because they're gaited horses and prone to, back issues because they don't move the same way as other horses. And she recommended pulling to the side a little bit. Good boy. That was completely new to him, and he did wonderful. Great job, buddy. I know. You did so good. So when I'm doing the TMJ stretch, all mammals have TMJ muscles. I forget what it's short for. Something masseter. It's a chewy muscle, but it feels really good. The chiropractor said I didn't have to keep doing it unless he liked it, because at first he had a lot of tension up in his poll, which is the top of his head there. But he doesn't anymore. All right. Yeah, we gotta do buttocks. You don't like buttocks. Let's see if he'll still stand for me at Liberty. So we're trying to get him to tuck his butt up. Good boy. By pushing on the back of his hips right here, he's engaging the muscles up here. I can't doing all this at Liberty for me. Ellie, I just want the treat part. Here, 2 more. Good boy. I do have a feeling when we get to the back hunchy one that I'm about to do that he might be a little less willing to stand still, because I do have to. Good boy. Job. What a good boy. Do you even know you're not tied up, buddy? You're doing great. Yes, you are. I know. Feels like a fly. So sometimes I'll kick up at their belly for this one because I'm running my finger backwards. Good job. Against his fur, which feels irritating like a fly. He's not trying to hurt me. It's just a reflex. You did so good. Wow, big stretch. That was a good big stretch. Good job, buddy. Good. Yeah, that was wonderful. That was all. You did so good. So these don't take long, and they're really good for your horses in particular. Like I said, Tennessee walking horses are built different, which is how we get that wonderful smooth gait out of them. But sometimes being built different can come along with some problems, even if you're super well bred. So it's not completely surprising that, especially carrying us around as many miles as they do, that some of them get a sore back. But when the chiropractor vet came out, yes, you're doing so good. For the follow-up, she said she was really impressed by how well Mystery was doing, and she said to keep it up, to add a couple new ones, which is that butt tuck and the tummy tuck, to engage his core. And then she said start doing walking over ground poles, walking or driving. Driving is when you hook up the horse and you have the reins behind them and you walk them forward from there. I don't know if we have driving reins. We must, because I know the ponies are trained to pull carts, but I wouldn't know where to find them. Or alternatively, you can hand walk them. And then once we get past that point, we'll be able to ride them over ground poles. Stepping over a pole engages their core and their back muscles. It's really good for them. So I'm gonna let Mystery walk around a little bit. We already did step 1 of friendly game. I just petted him all over because he's a good boy. You're okay. Wanna explore for a sec? I realized I forgot the lunch whip that I need to grab real quick. The babies are both acing game 0 over here. Patience game, very good. Oh, Captain Lewis saying hello to Mystery. So cute. All right. Mr. Clark, Mr. You're gonna have to do a couple laps before you get your treat stretches. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I got all sorts of curled up in there. So, second part of the friendly game is desensitizing. So we start off with just petting all over. We want them to be desensitized to our hands, and we want it to feel good. Second one is desensitizing both with a lead rope and with a lunge whip. Mystery, he's like, I will do anything for the cookies. I know they're coming. We want them to not think of a lead rope as something scary. It is merely an extension of our hands. So I'm just gonna kind of rub it all over him. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you in the sheath there, bud. Sorry. There we go. Yep, easy peasy for the mystery. Oh, very scary. Whoa, buddy. Hey, look, it's just a rope. So this is why desensitizing is really important. Good boy, there we go. We don't want them to be scared of things like that. Good job. So I kept up the pressure, but I didn't want him to think of it as terribly scary or as pressure. So I did remove the pressure, reapproached by touching his sides with it first, and then put the pressure back on. He just didn't like it over his ears. I think part of that is that he's always been a little weird about being caught. Some horses just don't like, they're like, I would like to be with the herd and not working right now. So a lot of times when you go to catch Mystery, you'll throw the lead rope over his neck first so that he'll stand patiently while you bridle him. Good boy. Very good. So it might be just that he's used to people going like this to come take him away from his friends. And so that's why it's really important to do all sorts of silly stuff to desensitize. Yeah, he's a good boy. Oh. And then I'm not asking anything, but again, we don't want it to be seen as a snake. He knows we're in work mode, so he's following me. That's fine. He's not scared of the rope, so that's the most important part. Wow. You're so light on your feet, buddy. You're doing great. And now we repeat the same thing with the lunge whip, because the lunge whip is an extension of our arm. If we're not asking something, then the lunge whip means nothing. Like right now, the lunge whip is just a stick with a rope on the end. He's a good boy. Some of them are a little weird with it coming by their head. Yep. So we're just gonna inch up there. Good boy. Very good job. Yes, very good. He's like, what in the heck, lady? What are you doing? He's like, I've been trained already. I don't need to do this. Mystery was teletrained here at the ranch. Right here, the trainer, I see something knife, buck knife or something. Ranch was where he was bred. I believe the trainer from there trained him here via watching the cameras and instructing one of our wranglers, which was really cool. Buck knife? Is that right? Something knife? Something buck? I don't remember. I've looked it up. Hack knife ranch. That's it. Good job. So Mystery's great with that. And then we're just going to drag it around like a little snaky. Yep, not scary, not scary. Very good boy. Very good boy. All right, and now I'm going to ask him something. All right. So I'm going to ask him to move out. Easy. Good boy. Very good. Perfect spacing on that. Good job. And he did move out at a walk, which is great. I definitely want him to start at a walk because even though I chipped up the ice, let's see how well he turns. Good boy. Oh, easy. Just walk. Walk, buddy. Good. Very good boy. So I'm like removing, the reason I'm walking backwards here, easy, is I'm trying to remove pressure from him. Good. To get him to walk. So my space to him is pressure. Good boy. Very good. And stepping over these ground poles is really good for him. Well, so we don't want him to turn away from us. Turn towards Mystery. Come here. We don't want them to turn their butts towards us. So I'm asking them to move and then stop. Good boy, very good. Good. If they are turning away from you, you can ask them to keep moving and then be consistent and repetitive, and then keep asking them to stop without turning their butt over and over again until they get it. Good. Very good boy. Don't cut that corner. I want you to step over. Thank you. So right now, my body pressure is behind his halfway mark. If I step ahead, perfect. He should stop. And then if I switch arms, they always have a harder side. Good boy, very good. So I stepped back to remove the pressure from his front, and I switched the lunge whip to my other side, because my lunge whip is just a really long arm behind me right now. So this is really, really good for Mystery right now, going over the ground pulls. They look like a really good spacing for him. I'll probably have to spread him a little further apart for... Oh, good stop. Wow, you're such a good boy. It helps the Mystery and I've worked together a lot. So I'm gonna move this one a little closer. I notice he's taking 2 steps between it. There we go. And then I'm gonna ask him to turn around. And remember, we always want them to turn towards us. Good boy, very good. So when you first work on stopping in a lunge pen, you actually want them to stop and turn towards you. And then over time, from there, you work on just stopping along the gait. Sorry, he saw my hand move and he is super attentive right now, which is perfect. Good job. All right, let's see. Can you trot? I think the ice has melted. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Can you trot over the ground pulls? Good boy. Wow, you look so pretty doing that. Whoa. Good. Stop. All right. You gotta turn towards. Thank you. Now turn towards. Okay, turn towards me. Easy. Don't freak out. Just breathe. You're okay, my friend. Turn towards. Good boy. There you go. Good. Keep walking. Good. Okay, now whoa. That was good. So I'm gonna come up to him and pet him. Remind him that I'm just still Allie. I'm not scary. Because I did tell him no, you're a good boy. And then we repeat friendly game Mark 3, where we remind him that the lunge whip isn't scary. It's not the lunge whip. I'm not scary. Lunge whip's not scary. Yeah, it's just me telling you how to do things. Very good, Mystery. So I gave him a break right there because he did what I wanted. We always want the option that we give them, the easiest option, should be what we're asking them. Just walk. You're okay. So the easy option, the easiest thing for a horse to do is stand there, right? So I had asked him to turn towards me. He failed that a couple times. So I kept asking him. And I kept making him move his feet until he did turn towards me. And then I asked him to finish the turn, and then I stopped him. You know to turn towards. Come on. Good. Turn towards. Come on. Good. Wow, you look so pretty doing that, though. Okay. Whoa. Now turn. So I'm going to keep asking him to go this way. I'm not going to ask him to turn over the poles. We'll get past the poles. I'm going to ask him to turn, but he's got to turn towards me. So I'm going to move a little further towards his head. Good boy. Good boy. Good. All right, whoa. And then now that he did it, we're going to give him a break. Very good. You got to always turn towards. It's bad manners to turn your butt to someone. You know that. Good boy. Easy. You're all right. And then again, reminding him, hey, I'm Ellie. Hello. I'm just Ellie. It's me still. Mystery's doing great. That's lovely. All right, so we'll leave it at that. We don't want to overdo it. But he looked beautiful, and he's moving really well over those ground poles. You're okay. You're safe. It's okay. Like I said, Mystery can be a little anxious. And then the next one is just moving away from pressure. That's game 3. I'm pushing on his shoulder. Perfect. He moved his front away from me. And now I'm going to ask him for 2 steps. 1, 2, good. Good, and then he stopped at a respectable distance. That's one thing we're working on. Hey, you don't want me on that side? What are you doing? Okay, look. Ellie's on the side. Ta-da! One thing that Jax is bad at is he'll yield to the pressure, good. But then he will continue moving until he's in your bubble. Good boy, Mystery, very good. So that was both on the front, and then we'll just do the back. He's trying to predict my actions right now, which can be nice sometimes. We do want our horses tuned into us. And now I'm gonna ask him to move his hind with steady pressure. Good. So I applied the pressure, and by moving, he removed the pressure from himself. Yeah, why don't you don't like the other side? Is this your bad side? Yeah. It's typically, if a horse is gonna have an off side that they're not good at, it's usually their right side. Mostly because we just, ever since they're foals, we always walk them in our right hand, which means we're on their left. So I'm just gonna apply steady pressure. Good, perfect. See, I know he's still a little in my face for that, but I know that Mystery doesn't mean anything by it. I'm gonna keep asking. Good boy. Perfect. You aced it, my friend. And that was game 3. Good job. I'm quite sure he could do game 4 as well. So game 4 is yielding to repetitive non-physical pressure. So like this. We want him to move his shoulder away from us. So we're gonna keep it up. Sometimes you gotta move their head first. Good. So he moved his front away. Perfect. So I removed the pressure. And then for the back, I was like, I know he can do that. Very good. So that's game 3, is working on them yielding to pressure before it even touches them. So that's your back. Good. And then I stopped. He's like, Allie, I don't know what this is. That's okay. It's okay, buddy. You don't have to know. You're doing great. So a lot of people don't do these games, right? They're just one dude's method of, playing with the babies and learning. Good. Very good boy. So Mystery doesn't know him, and that's totally fine. As I've said, we don't always do, you did great, bud. We don't always do any one person's particular training methods, but in this case, it's just something that's very easy to kind of follow along with, so we thought it'd be a good idea. Mystery did lovely. That was games 1, 2, 3, and some lunging. Mystery did lovely, plus his exercises. Oh, we didn't do carrot stretches. Yeah, you'd be mad at me if I didn't do that. All right, well, I have to go get the treats anyways. And this is why we're gonna do them in the round pen today, is because the littles are gonna hear the treat jar and go insane. Stay here, Mystery. And the littles think that all treats are their treats, and that's fair, because they're sweet and adorable, and we love them. But it is unfortunately untrue for their sake, because otherwise they would be even rounder than they already are. All right. I'm gonna bring Mystery back in. So yeah, I told you I'd get their attention real quick here. Thankfully, full-size horse is a little intimidating to littles. All right, sorry, bud. Yes, you're right. It is time for cookie stretches. Easy, all right. It's a little windy today, which also makes horses a little more anxious. Here, we're gonna angle you so you look good. Here we go. You ready? You ready to stretch? Go stretch all the way out and then all the way around. It's nice. It's like getting a hug. You guys keep coming. You need the big stretches. Big stretches. There you go. Good boy. Yeah, good job. We'll do both sides on that one, and then we'll do one down the middle, and then he'll be done for the day. We'll probably tie him out, though. He can always work on patience game. Yes, a big stretch. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. Good job. And then the last one's between the legs. I usually have to grab 2 cookies for this because they don't quite realize where your other hand is. There he goes. Yeah. Oh, wow. Big stretch. Oh, it's good job. Good job, buddy. You did so good. All right, so now on to the babies. We'll see how they do. Really, after a really, really good day like the last one, they'll have one day where they're are you scared of that or are you scared of the gate? There's one in front of your stall. I'm sure you're fine. Horses can and will be scared of anything, ever, and everything sometimes. I'm just gonna lock him up right now, or tie him up right now. Okay. Yes, buddy. Yes, you're being a little pushy. Don't do that. And he can work on Patience game, and then yeah, I worked with Lucy Jack's first? No, yeah, Lucy first last time. So we'll do Jack's first. Sip of caffeine here. If he's gonna behave properly. Look at you with your pompadour. Hi. Hi, see, right now he's making the face at me like he wants to nibble me when I untie him. So I'm gonna leave him tied and just scritch him. He is also trying to mess with the rope and untie himself. Good boy, that's much better. Good, see? You gotta let people untie you. If you eat them, they're not gonna untie you. Nice to Lewis, please. There we go. Good boy, Jax. Good job, buddy. So we're gonna bring Jax in, and then we'll do Lucy. You gotta come on this side. Hey, friend. So in that case, I just kept up the pressure on his head. So he realized what I was asking. So we're gonna start with untying him once he's in hand. He knows what's next, but he still needs to not be pulling on me. Thank you. Or pushing on me. Thank you, very good. So when we push Jax's head away, we push on his cheek, because that's how mothers tell their foals to turn. So we're gonna just let him sniff around, especially the ground poles. Those are new in there, see what he thinks. What are those? Yeah, you're right, I will have to move them apart for you. You got them big long legs. See, Lewis is like, but maybe she has another treat. I do not, you're okay. Hi, I don't have any more treats. Cute though. It's like, but I heard the treat jar, I know that there's treats. No, I'm not gonna get them. So we're just letting Jack sniff around for a minute before we work on game 1, which is friendly game. With the babies, I probably will not be doing them at liberty, so they will be attached to me via lead rope, because I do want their attention, and they haven't yet learned quite the levels of, oh my god, guys, respect and mutual respect that the other, there, now I'm too tall for ponies, that the other horses have learned throughout their training. Yeah, now you can't reach my pockets. Well, you probably could. There's nothing in them. Hi, Jax. It's also good for horses to see people up on mounting blocks, because we need to step on these to get on them, especially Jax. We always use mounting blocks at Dunrovin. It's much better for the horse's back, and it's safer for us as riders. Hi, bud. All right, so now that he approached me, I'm going to go in and start the work. Excuse me, Lewis. We're going to eat the chain first. I'm going to let him mouth at things that are not inappropriate first. Inappropriate meaning hands. Any part of a human or anything attached to a human. You want to come with me, bud? If you'll come over. He's very interested in trying to eat Lewis right now. Oh, Jaxie. See? You're not going to make friends doing that. Come here. Worried his right on. I always expect them to come to us, and that's fine. They're babies. And that's not the goal of the lesson today. The lesson is respect, moving to pressure, and desensitizing. So come with me, bud. All right, and now your favorite thing. Whoa. Stand there and look handsome. No, we're not pulling Ellie around. So he tried to walk past where I stopped him, and so I pulled him back to where I wanted him. And I will continue doing that. Try to move. All right. The pressure by swinging the rope. Thank you. Good. Now we're gonna reset him, because if anyone can out-stubborn a horse, it's me. He's very interested in the ground poles, and that's fine, but we already let him sniff them. Good. Now whoa. Good. Better than being made to walk back to the same spot over and over, isn't it? So Jack's here, likes the backs of his ears scratched, he likes his tummy scratched. We have a little belly button in the back that some of them like scratched. So friendly game just starts with touching them all over. Find the little hot spots where they love being touched, while maintaining a safe distance and safe respective boundaries from the horse. He was a little pushy when I went under his head, and that's alright, because he didn't keep pushing. And we like that. Yeah, so that's so good, huh? Yeah, big sweat. But he's not allowed to try to bite, so I push his cheek away. Good boy. Very good. Okay, onto the rope part. This is like the easiest thing ever for Jax. He's super mellow, a little lazy. So he loves to just stand there. It's his favorite part. Yeah, so we're just swirling the rope around, touching him all over with it, showing him, again, like I said, with mystery, that the rope is a tool to make our hands longer and to aid us in communicating, and not something scary that we're using to hurt them. So we're just flopping it over. Good boy. Not gonna hit him anywhere particularly sensitive, of course. Yep. And again, let it drag around. Oh, that was very nice of you. You can stay still. Yeah. We thought I was gonna ask him to come with him. That's good though. We do want them to be willing to step with us. But I was just walking in front. Usually with Jax, I walk kind of under. But since he pushed me last time, that's why I went all the way around in front. It did confuse him. So now we're going to do the same thing, but with the lead rope. Oh, thank you. And we do want them to walk along gently and calmly and hand like that. Good boy. Ready? Whoa. Still a little in my space, but we'll keep working on it. All right, same thing, lead rope, friendly game. Touch him all over. This is so easy for Jax. The donkeys are being silly. He's like, yeah, I don't care about that. You can't do anything with that. Well, I can make loud noises. That's about all I can do. Yes, I can make loud noises with it. Yes, I can. I did notice when Catherine, the last girl that worked with these guys, was trying to lunge, that she did in fact have to use the cracking noise of the whip to get both of them to move. They just know that we're not going to smack them or anything, and they haven't quite been desensitized. And one thing that helps with that is the third game, the porcupine game, where we're applying pressure like this, with just, before we even touch them, repetitive pressure to get them to move. Jax, are you napping? He's like, yes, Ellie, I am. All right, well, he can keep doing that, but for a second. So I'm gonna go grab the other whip. My preference for training is essentially just a string on a stick. I have no problem using a whip that makes a cracking noise, but these are better control. So we're gonna ask him to move. Hind is easier for newer horses, so we're gonna ask him to move his hind end. I asked him without pulling on the lead rope in the front, and he did not move away from me in the proper direction. We're not eating that. Come with me, bud. We're going to try again. We're going to reset him completely to how he was. But this time I will use the lead rope. It's kind of just testing to see how much he needed to know about this before moving forward. I'm going to push his hindquarters. That doesn't work. I'm going to swishy. Good. But I'm holding on to this, and I don't want him to stop in my space, which is why I'm wiggling this around. Hi. Turning towards is good. Turning towards and stepping towards is not. Good boy. So we're going to try that again, but he's a little confused. distracted by the ponies. There's nothing wrong with that. Good distraction's not bad. So we're just moving. Good. Good boy. Good job. Whoa. See, and then stepping into my space at the end there is not ideal. Okay, Gertie. Gertie. Now I'm distracted. Why are you guys eating the wood? Like, what are you lacking in your diet that makes you want to eat wood, I wonder? Nothing. The donkeys eat everything. All right, so he did amazing on that second one, so we're going to try to repeat that. Please don't push into me. So that was a firm pressure on his face, on his cheek, until he moved his head away. Very good boy. Give him a little pet here. And then we're going to keep the lead rope, and we're going to just push until he moves only his back. Whoa. Whoa. Some don't like jingling. I don't like jingling if they're wearing a bit. There's no problem with jingling, in my opinion, in a halter. Okay, so we're going to try again, Jax. We're not moving forward. We're moving sideways. Good boy. Very good. Now stay out of my face. That's the next step, buddy. Whoa. He's just a little confused. His heart's in it. His heart's in it. He's almost there. He's so close. I think he's just expecting to be lunged, which is why he's walking in circles around me. He's getting a little frustrated. Well, so we're actually going to redirect here, and we're going to try to move the front. Whoa. Whoa, buddy. Stop your feet. Stop your feet. Thank you. Good boy. Very good. So last time what worked with him was putting the pressure here and then turning his head with the lunge whip by his face. Good. And we're going to keep it up. Good. Well, good. And then he keeps moving. You got to will. So that's probably next to work on with Jax, is that he just expects everything to turn into lunging, but that's not true. All I'm doing is just trying to move you, okay? Just the front end, okay? Move the front. Good. Well, you got to stop, buddy. So I'm switching it in front of him to try to make him understand what I'm asking, because he's not responding to whoa as a verbal command, and that's fine. He's a baby. So I'm starting with the pressure here first, increasing the pressure, and then trying to turn his head. Good. Good. Oh, very good. That was it. Good job. Wow. That was all I was at. Yeah. And then you got to make a big deal out of it when they do it right, because they're babies. Yes, you did so good. We're just going to try on this side. So again, just starting with the pressure on his shoulder. Continue to increase pressure and then annoy his face. Good. Okay, good. Very good. Good job. Very good. He's doing great. So I'm going to try one more time. See if we can, nope. Because all I wanted was one step first. Good. Well, just sideways, yeah. Here, I'm going to even try to make it easier for him, because I don't want to switch the rope to the halter just yet, because he's almost there. I'm moving the pressure a little further forward. Good boy. Very good. Good job, Jax. So I remove the pressure both of this waving by his face. Like I said, he knows I'm not going to hit him, but it does make a sound when it swooshes, and it's also annoying, like a little fly buzzing by their eyes, right? So it makes them turn their head away, and that helps them realize that I'm trying to ask them to step just the front half. So I'm going to try just the front first again. Okay, it's not working that far back, so we'll try a little further forward. He's leaning into it, which we don't want, so I'm going to increase pressure near his eyes. Good boy! Good. Good job. All right, so he has technically done all four. So now we're just going to walk him around the ground poles. I'm going to see if he'll lunge, because I know that Catherine was working on that. And if he won't, then I'll just walk him around them. So I'm going to take the lead rope off. And I apologize if I do have to crack the whip. It might be, I don't know how that's going to translate to a microphone. All right, buddy. Do you know what you're doing? Are we being stubborn? Come on. Come on, Jax. Let's go. Here, I'll start you off. I find that helps. Now he's in stubborn mode. Come on. Good boy. Very good. One lap. Good boy. Already quit eating that. Jax, keep moving. He went around that one. That's really funny. All right, one lap each way. Very good. Whoa. Good boy. Whoa. Good. I'm not getting a good crack out of the whip anyway, so it won't be too loud for you guys, but it is enough to motivate him, which is great. Very good. Like I said, this is also really good for gaited horses in particular. I'm going to have him do one more lap on each side because I've got his attention right now. He's got one ear on me. He's a little distracted by the donkeys, which is understandable. Very good boy. He didn't even try to sniff at him this time. Very good. You know how to turn? Good boy. You're turning towards. That's a great start. Come on. Oh, the whip is wrapped on itself. That's why. All right. Try again. Go. Come on. He's a baby. I'll give him a hint. And I'm applying the pressure now. It's on his shoulder and his back at the same time. Good boy. Very good, Jax. Wow. Keep going. Very good. So we want them to move off of this without needing to track the whip or anything, which is why the further he goes and the less distracted he is, the less I use it. So we're going to do one more lap on this side. I noticed he's not paying attention to his feet. He just stumbled right there. So I want him to pay attention going across these. I know there's a lot of distractions, but there's always going to be distractions while you're walking out on a trail. Good. Whoa. Whoa. Good. That was great. Good spot to end on. Wonderful job, Jaxie. Good job, bud. Yeah. It's like, ew, you made me actually walk around. All right, so on to Lucy. I noticed she had a little bit of a spat of being impatient over there. Probably doesn't help that Mystery's being a little impatient too. They're all ready to go down. Let's see what's our time. Okay, well, Lucy's gonna get a quick one today. So we might skip straight to from friendly game to moving her feet over the ground poles and see how she does. We've got about 5 minutes. These things take longer. I might start, I'll definitely, if I have to change up the round pen, I'll make some more time for that. Come early next time. I just got an email from Maddie. Good. Oh, good boy. See this gentle right here? Without teeth. I'm not gonna push it though, by staying too close in his space. Hello, Lady Lucy. Are you ready? Oh my goodness, the dogs. I was gone for 30 seconds. Why are you eating the log? Come on. I have a bad time in here with Lucy. She's spicy. This is Jack's but spicy version. Ouch. There we go. Good girl, Lady Lucy. She actually did really wonderful walking around along with me like that. Good girl. That's wonderful. So as you saw, even with that rope swinging, she understood that the rope was not me telling her anything. She understood that I was telling a different horse, which is exactly what we want. I normally would let her sniff for a bit. Actually, I will. You're okay. We'll go. Why is everyone eating these? There we go. Good girl. Good job. All right, so they seem to have a general idea. But you normally let me sniff around. Hey, things change, girlie. Yeah, good girl. I don't want to put their head down to like step over. That's good. It's activating those back muscles. Okay, well, you turn. She turned towards. Good girl. Come on. You need too cute. What was that? I'm sorry, did I startle you? You're okay. One for the front, one for the back. With my horse, sometimes I needed the lunge whip by her hip and the rope by her shoulder to keep her from doing something like that, where she's stepping into my space, cutting corners. So now there's pressure on the front and back to keep her on the outside. She's still trying to skip that corner. If she tries again, I'm going to increase pressure and make her trot. So there's nothing over there to skip. Like if you see that they're skipping a corner because it's wet and they're at a canter or something, you can let them skip it. So I made her pick it up. Because if she's going to try to cut the corner, I'm going to increase the pressure. Okay, well, good stop. Good girl. Wow, Lucy. Wow. What a... Oh my goodness. Honey. And again, reminding, you did so good. That was a wonderful stop. Can you turn for me? I'm all sorts of tangled here. Can you turn for me? Not that way. Come on. You can do it. I know you can do it. You're a smart girl. Come on. I'll give you I gave Jax a clue, so I'll give you a clue too. Good girl. Very good. Good girl. Wow. Good girl, Miss Lucy. Very good. And see, now she's not trying to cut that corner anymore. Very good girl. Oh, you're doing so good. Yes, you are. Okay, we're going to go over the ground pulls one more. Tell her whoa and stop, because we are having a wonderful lesson right now. This is amazing. Whoa. Whoa. Good girl. It's always easy to stop by the gate, isn't it? Hi, can you take 2 more steps for me? Thank you. Whoa. Whoa. Very good. Miss Lucifer, you did so good. Hey, that was perfect. Good girl. Oh, what a good girl. We'll spend more time on friendly and porcupine game with her next time. That was amazing, though. She even stopped perpendicular. She turned towards. Good girl. Yeah, that was it. It was easy peasy today. Yeah. And she did pretty good with patience game. Good girl. That was so good. We always try to tell them they're such good babies when they're done. Yeah, good girl. That was perfect. I did startle her a little because I did finally get a good whip crack because she was trying to be stubborn and stand by the gate. You come with? Thank you. Horses do like to stop at a gate, and I did ask her to stop the panel before that. She did keep walking to the gate, so I made her take 2 more steps and then stopped her, and she stopped on a dime, so it was amazing. Good girl, baby. Oh, very good. All right, so that was it. Nice, quick Ellie's education, equine education. I'm going to tickle the horses back, let them down, and then I've got some bonus chores to do. So thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions. I think I saw Jasper was suggested as the demo horse for Sunday. I think that's a good idea. I think it was it Melissa, I believe, that said, you can come on, girl. That suggested him. Great idea. Jasper hasn't gotten much work this season yet, but he could use it. So we'll do Jasper unless anybody else has another idea. I know Garnet was mentioned before. What are you looking at? So we could do Garnet too. Mystery, failing a patience game back there. All right, again, this is Ellie. Thank you for checking in at Dunrovin. Thank you so much to our Dunrovin family, both online and in person. And I will be back Sunday. I will bring your brother. I just brought you first. Come on. Lucy. I will bring your brother, I promise. Thank you. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Thanks for being part of our family. And I will talk to you guys on Sunday at 10. Good girl. Bye.